Welcome to the Engage to Succeed model overview. What I'm going to do today is just run you through the 4 different levels of engagement to help you understand where you may be and then to start thinking about what might need to change to help move you from one level to the other. Before we get into the levels, it's very important that we understand the model itself. As you can see on the left-hand side, we have passions, and on the bottom we have performance. The most important part here, which is very different, is that we don't just talk about it from a work perspective, we also talk about it from a personal perspective, because often what happens is if personal passions aren't being met, then this can have an impact on our work. Vice versa, if our work passions or performance aren't being met, then that can have an impact on our personal lives as well. So when we think about engagement, it's not just about work, it's actually about everything, i.e. life. The first level of engagement is where you have a high degree of passion and low degree of performance. This is called on the up, usually signified when somebody has started a new role, moved companies, or potentially taken on a new project. As performance increases, as you settle into a new role, often what happens is you then move to the second level of engagement, which is called flying high. This is where you have high degrees of passion and high degrees of performance. Usually this signifies that you are truly engaged within your role, your work, and your general life. As time goes on though, what happens is often passions start to drop. Those could be passions outside of work because work becomes too much. Those could be passions inside of work as you get into the role further. What happens though when passions tend to drop is then you move down to the third category, which is called the roller coaster ride. It's exactly as it says. You have often find you have good days and bad days at work. If actions aren't taken whilst you're on a roller coaster ride, often what happens is you move off the roller coaster ride into the last level of engagement that we talk about, which is stuck in a rut. This is where you have low levels of passion and performance and can often be an unpleasant place to be. Now we've looked at the 4 levels of engagement. The big question is, where are you? Are you flying high, or are you stuck in a rut? Or maybe you're on a roller coaster ride, or even on the up. The big question though is, depending on where you are, what needs to change to enable you to spend more time flying high, therefore more time loving your job? To find out more, get in contact with Engage to Succeed. You'll see on the next slide our email address, or please do comment and we'll be in touch.